My beloved child, I walked through the walls of your house before you ever woke up today. I stepped over the very places where you've wept in secret. I stood in the hallway where your thoughts race at night. I lingered at the edge of your bed while you slept, not to watch in silence, but to prepare what's coming tonight. What I am about to do cannot be seen with the eye, but it will be felt deep within your spirit. Because tonight, yes, tonight, I will begin something in your home that no force of darkness can stop. You've sensed it, haven't you? That something feels different. That pull in your spirit. That restlessness that won't settle. It wasn't anxiety, it was anticipation. Heaven has written something for this night that has never been written before. The atmosphere in your home is about to shift because my spirit is descending with purpose. You thought tonight would be ordinary, but I've chosen it to be holy. Don't skip this moment. Don't rush ahead. Because I'm speaking directly to what has been buried in your heart for far too long. I saw the tears that dried on your pillow when no one knew you were breaking. I saw the arguments that left your soul wounded even after apologies were made. I heard your prayers, the loud ones, and the ones that never escaped your lips. And I've come now to tell you, tonight, restoration begins. I am not talking about someday. I am not talking about maybe. I am not promising hope in the distant future. I am talking about this night. Your night. Something huge is waiting for you. There are angels moving through your house even now. You don't see them, but they have been assigned to your egress, not just to protect, but to deliver. Not just to guard, but to activate what I've been waiting to release. This isn't just a spiritual shift. This is a physical, tangible invasion of peace, of breakthrough, of miracles that start from the inside and manifest on the outside. That room where fear usually lingers, I'm filling it with a peace that will feel unfamiliar, because it's the kind that surpasses all understanding. Stay till the end. The walls of your home will witness the change. The air will feel different. The heaviness will lift. The confusion will break. The silence will be filled with my voice again. You've asked me for confirmation. You've pleaded for clarity. And now I'm responding, not with a whisper, but with a move of my presence in your home. Something irreversible. Something undeniable. Mark this night in your heart. Because after tonight, nothing in your house will ever be the same again. My beloved child, earlier today, you passed by the mirror and didn't even notice the sorrow lingering behind your eyes. You've learned how to mask the weight you carry, but I haven't overlooked a single moment of it. What's been hiding behind those quiet sighs and unfinished prayers? I see it all. And that's why tonight, I am not coming to visit. I am coming to remain. You won't need to beg me to stay. I've chosen to dwell. This won't be a passing wind of comfort or a temporary calm. I am bringing a presence that anchors, not one that fades when the morning comes. You have walked through too many nights hoping something would change, but tonight carries a divine signature. I wrote your breakthrough into the story of this exact hour. It could not arrive sooner because it was always meant to meet you now, when your heart is finally positioned to receive what it couldn't hold before. In the room you avoid because it reminds you of failure, I am building something sacred. In the space where tension rises without cause, I am planting a stillness that cannot be provoked. In the kitchen where you've paced in worry, I am replacing the cycle of fear with supernatural calm. There are words that will be spoken tonight that will not come from you or those around you. They will come from me. I will place them gently into your spirit. Thoughts you did not form, but truths you will finally feel. Don't skip this. This is not just about fixing what's broken. This is about establishing something that never existed before. New peace. New connecting. New atmosphere. Not a return to what was, but the birth of what has never been. You will know it's me when the air carries a sense of resolve, not resignation, but release. You will sense me not in dramatic noise, but in the stillness that quiets every fear you didn't even have words for. If you listen carefully, you will catch it, the sound of shifting. Not outside, but within the walls you've lived in. No ceremony, no announcement, just the slow unfolding of something eternal touching the ordinary. Stay till the end. Because when the clock strikes a moment you do not expect, a conversation will change direction. The heart will soften without explanation. The weight you've grown used to will vanish before you even realize it's gone. And you wonder how. And I'll remind you, I was here. I am here. And I will be here still. The night doesn't just carry chained. It carries my dwelling. My beloved child, earlier this evening, a divine permission was granted in heaven, not for chaos, but for alignment. The unseen barriers that have long resisted your prayers have been confronted, not by chance and not by human effort, but by a decree issued from my throne with your name on it. I have stepped into your atmosphere as judge, as defender, and as restorer. What was delayed is being released, and no force can override what I've ordained to fall into place tonight. You've been trying to hold everything together, managing emotions, finances, expectations, and hope, all under one fragile roof. I've seen it. But now, I am the one rearranging the foundation beneath your very feet. Not one corner of your home is excluded. Not one room left untouched. There's something sacred unfolding that may not feel loud, but it is unstoppable. Decisions you've struggled with are gaining clarity. Minds that have been fogged by stress will begin to think clearly. Doors that were jammed shut are loosening, not by your effort, but by my command. Someone in your household will sense it before they speak it. They'll pause in the hallway, or sit a moment longer in silence, because their spirit will register what their mind hasn't yet grasped. That's me. That's my spirit surrounding them in a way they can't explain. This shift isn't happening because you earned it. It's happening because I love you too deeply to let you stay locked in cycles that never came from me. Don't scroll away. Something extraordinary is unfolding. I have not only heard your prayers, I have inspected the soil where you planted them, and I've declared it ready for growth. Not someday. Now, the atmosphere in your house is responding to what I've already spoken. That's why you may feel a sudden calm. That's why someone may open up without warning. That's why laughter might rise in the same place where tension used to sit. These are signs, not coincidences. Stay till the end. Because within the next hours, something will come into alignment so subtly that you won't notice until peace settles in like a long-lost friend. You'll walk through your own front door tomorrow and wonder why it feels lighter. It's because the war that started in the spiritual has begun to lose its grip in the natural. And when you look back, you'll remember this night, not for what you did, but for what I did while you trusted me to move where you could not. My beloved child, just now, a curtain was pulled back in the realm you cannot see, revealing what I've been arranging behind the silence. While you've been navigating uncertainty, I've been establishing new order in your home. Not the kind that comes from effort, but the kind only heaven can release. There is a reason you felt unsettled lately. It wasn't panic. It was preparation. Your spirit knew something was nearing, and tonight, that unseen reality begins to manifest. You thought you were waiting on me, but I was waiting for this appointed hour. Your home was not ready before. not because it lacked faith, but because timing matters in the kingdom I built. Now everything is set. The invisible has lined up with the ordained. The next sound to echo in your house will not be confusion or fear, but confirmation. A message will reach you unexpectedly, maybe from someone in your family, or maybe a shift in atmosphere that stirs something deep within. When it happens, don't dismiss it. That's the whisper of my spirit announcing, I am here, and I've begun. Don't skip over what feels simple. Some of my greatest moves begin in ordinary moments. There's a conversation waiting to happen that will carry more healing than any sermon you've heard. Not because of eloquence, but because of surrender. I will be in the room when words are spoken that reconcile what's been buried for years. A child will sleep more peacefully than they have in months. A heart in the household will begin to forgive, even if they never say it aloud. A decision that's been stuck in limbo will suddenly feel resolved. These are not small things. These are signs. Stay till the end. You have asked me to do what only I can do. Tonight, I'm not just answering, I'm investing. I'm planting something in your home that generations after you will benefit from. Seeds of peace, roots of trust, fruit that doesn't wither under pressure. This isn't just a personal promise. It's a legacy beginning in the quiet corners of your home tonight. Mark this evening, because long after the sun sets, what I started will continue to unfold. Walls will carry it. Floors will remember it. Hearts will never forget it. Not because you planned for it, but because I entered your house with full intention and left something eternal behind. My beloved child, a hidden chapter of your story has just begun, and it's unfolding within your own walls. What you sense rising within you is not a fleeting feeling. It's the confirmation of a heavenly appointment being fulfilled under your roof. Earlier this week, you spoke words out loud that no one truly heard. Words of frustration, loving, quiet surrender. You didn't realize it then, but those moments became the final key to unlock what I had reserved for this very night. As you sit in your space, whether in motion or stillness, the shift is already active. You don't need to light a candle or play a song to invite me in. I've already made myself known. The evidence will be subtle, but unmistakable. An idea you were about to dismiss will suddenly carry weight. A solution you couldn't figure out will come clearly, not from your thoughts, but through divine placement. That's my wisdom moving. That's my answer, sliding gently into view. Your home, right now, is being saturated with a peace that confronts the unseen. The kind that walks through the same room where arguments once echoed and brings closure without a single word spoken. Don't look for the dramatic. Watch for the unmistakable. Something huge is waiting for you in the way hearts soften tonight, in how a stubborn mindset begins to loosen, in how the chaos begins to settle without explanation. I've sent clarity where confusion has lived too long. The next time you feel prompted to speak, you'll notice your tone carries a calm you didn't practice. That's we leading. That's my spirit guiding, even when you don't fully notice it. Stay till the end, because somewhere in this evening, maybe during a quiet moment, maybe while you're simply cleaning up or preparing for tomorrow, you'll catch yourself breathing deeper. Not because your situation changed, but because the weight has started to lift. That's what happens when I dwell, not visit. That's the difference between emotional comfort and divine presence. Your house is becoming more than shelter. It's becoming sanctuary. And the reason you'll sleep differently tonight isn't because you're exhausted. It's because your spirit knows the war has shifted. And you've just stepped into a new rhythm, one that I orchestrated long before you knew how much you needed it. My beloved child, as the shift in your home begins tonight, heaven extends an invitation not just to receive, but to participate. You've cried, God, let me be part of something that matters, and this is your moment. When you give into this mission, through super thanks, membership, or the PayPal link in the description, you aren't giving to a video. You're igniting a fire that reaches homes just like yours, all over the world. The oil flowing into your house tonight is not meant to stay contained. As you sow, rivers of life will flow from your sacrifice into hearts who are desperate for a word from God. This is no ordinary offering. It's a response to a divine move. Your generosity tonight becomes a declaration. Use me, Lord. Multiply what's in my hands. Give boldly. Open the gates. And watch heaven pour back into your life in a way that stuns even you. My beloved child, a specific memory has been surfacing in your mind today, not by accident, but by divine design. It's one you thought you had moved past, yet it returned with unusual weight. That is me drawing your heart, not backward but inward. Because what I'm doing in your house tonight goes beyond atmosphere. It reaches the foundation of your story. There is a wound that remained quietly unresolved. You moved forward, but it never truly left. Tonight, that wound is being addressed, not by confrontation, but by my healing touch. The healing I am releasing is layered. It will not come through a single moment, but through a series of holy interruptions. The first is already underway. The way you see your space will begin to change. The room that felt like a reminder of stress will start to feel like rest. The corner that once held tension will now feel lighter without explanation. Someone in your family will express something you've waited to hear. It may be a phrase, a gesture, or even silence that carries new meaning. Receive it. That is me softening hearts without force. You've waited for signs in the sky, but tonight the proof is in the atmosphere that surrounds you. You will walk through your home and sense it, not as a sudden rush, but as a quiet recognition. Things feel different because they are. Don't skip what feels small. That's often where my fingerprints rest most clearly. Tonight, I am turning memories that brought pain into markers of progress. You will revisit certain thoughts, but this time, without the sting. That's not forgetfulness. That's me rewiring what the enemy tried to corrupt. Something huge is still unfolding. Within the next few hours, clarity will arrive like sunlight slipping through a window you didn't realize was open. I'll remind you of something you almost gave up on. Not to tease your hope, but to reignite what I never asked you to abandon. Stay till the end. Because before this night ends, a shift will occur in the spiritual realm that will quietly break a cycle that's long affected your household. It won't look like fireworks. It will feel like freedom. And when it happens, don't question if it's real. Just breathe and know, I've done what only I can do, not because you demanded it, but because I decided it was time. My beloved child, a divine chain reaction has just been set in motion. Though you can't see it, your house has become a point of spiritual activity, not of chaos, but of divine coordination. Heaven has not overlooked your home. In fact, tonight, your egress was spoken among angels. I have appointed this night for resolution, not in the way you expected, but in the way that will bring peace to layers of tension no one else even knows exist. There are moments you've kept buried, not out of denial, but out of survival. I've seen the way you held everything together, but I never asked you to do it alone. I am entering the rooms where no words have been spoken for too long. The quiet tension, the unresolved expectations, the misunderstandings. I am touching those invisible threads and loosening what's been tangled. There will be a moment tonight when you'll feel something leave, not physically, but emotionally. A heaviness you assumed was part of life will simply no longer rest on your chest. That's not a mood. That's deliverance. In the space where you often overthink, I am releasing stillness. In the places where you replay conversations, I am giving you release from their grip. You'll notice it when your mind feels unusually clear. You'll sense it when sleep comes without resistance. Don't underestimate what I'm doing. A subtle shift in someone's tone tonight will signal that I've already begun. Watch for that softness. It's a sign. There's no need to strive for it. I'm not asking you to do more. I'm inviting you to receive. What's coming isn't based on performance. It's the overflow of a love that has waited patiently to reach your home in full. Something huge is still in motion. You've wondered how change could happen without conflict. That's what makes tonight different. I'm bringing change through peace, not pressure. That's how you will know it's me. Stay till the end. Because as the night deepens, you'll notice an unusual calm that fills even the most ordinary spaces. The hallway, the kitchen, even the threshold of your door. That calm is not temporary. It is sacred. It is the evidence of my hand settling in places you didn't think I noticed. Tonight isn't the end of the process. It's the proof that I've already begun, and I'm not leaving anything unfinished. My beloved child, right now, the atmosphere around you is shifting more than you realize. What feels like stillness is not inactivity. It's the pause before fulfillment. In the spiritual realm, a seal has been broken that held back answers you've been waiting on. The delay wasn't denial. It was divine timing aligning with the maturity of your heart. Tonight, that alignment becomes visible. Here is something sacred happening in the silence. You may sense it as a soft weight pressing gently over your spirit. Not a burden, but a settling. It's me grounding you, preparing your heart to carry what I'm releasing. A whisper will rise within you before the night ends. It will not sound like your voice, but it will carry your language. That's how you will know I've spoken, not from the outside, but from within. Don't dismiss it. That's the moment I've been waiting for. Someone in your home is being stirred, not by words, but by presence. They may not speak it aloud, but something in them is becoming tender again. I've reached where you could not. You've prayed for open doors, but I'm doing more. I'm giving you favor that reshapes conversations, influence that softens hearts, and timing that rearranges outcomes. Not by force, by grace. Don't skip over this hour. The breakthrough you've long awaited will not enter with noise. It will settle in without warning. You'll notice it not by what changes instantly, but by what no longer overwhelms you. Even now, there are angels moving through your dwelling, enforcing what I've declared. They aren't bringing messages. They are bringing movement. Movement toward healing. Movement toward clarity. Movement toward peace. You've walked through seasons where everything felt held up. But what had been suspended is now being released. Expect the next few moments to bring unexpected calm. That stillness is not emptiness, it's evidence. Stay till the end. You'll find yourself exhaling deeper than you have in weeks. It's not just relief. It's the arrival of what I've promised. The room you're in right now is a gateway to what I'm unfolding. It is not random that you're here, at this moment, reading these words under this roof. This space, this time, this night. I've chosen it to begin something that will ripple into every room, every relationship, and every future decision you will make. You won't need a sign. You'll feel it in your bones. I've arrived, and I brought peace with me. My beloved child, There's something about tonight that even creation is responding to. You may not hear it, but the very air in your home has shifted. The spiritual climate has grown still, not because nothing is happening, but because my presence has settled to complete what I began. You've been carrying questions that have no easy answers, internal tensions, conflicting emotions, silent frustrations. You've hidden them well, but I've read them all. And tonight, clarity begins to take shape in the stillness of your home. Before this evening ends, I will bring something back to your remembrance, not to hurt you, but to heal what's been left unresolved. You'll know it's me when that memory no longer provokes pain, but reveals how far you've actually come. I'm not bringing noise. I'm bringing knowing. A realization is on its way, the kind that doesn't make sense in your mind, but settles deep in your spirit. One that gives you permission to let go of what you've tried too hard to fix on your own. That's me loosening the grip of burden, not with effort, but with understanding. This is the hour I speak in the spaces you least expect. A passing glance, a shift in mood, a word said casually that opens up a truth you didn't know needed to surface. Don't rush it. Let the silence speak. What I am doing in your house tonight isn't about emotional release, it's about internal alignment. Expect to notice things that feel unusually peaceful. The atmosphere won't announce itself, but your heart will recognize it. A doorway has been opened for sustained rest, not temporary relief. True, sustaining rest. Stay till the end. Before you close your eyes tonight, I will reveal something you thought had no answer. It will come in a form you didn't anticipate. Maybe through a moment, maybe through a phrase, maybe through a calm that doesn't require explanation. This is the gift of this night, restoration that doesn't need repair first. I don't work on your timeline. I'm not following your rhythm. I'm leading you into mine. And now that your home has been prepared, I will do what I always intended. Not around you, within you. But tomorrow, now. My beloved child, a moment has arrived that will echo beyond this night. What I have initiated in your home was never meant to be temporary. This wasn't just a visitation, it was a beginning. The shift you feel is not just spiritual, it is structural. Heaven has completed what it came to do tonight. Not one word spoken in faith has been overlooked. Not one hidden tear was ignored. Everything I touch tonight will ripple forward into conversations, into connections, into choices you haven't yet made. There is something final about this hour, yet it carries the fragrance of something fresh. Your home has become a resting place for peace, not just a moment of comfort. It's been rewritten into your foundation. The very atmosphere is testifying of my presence. You'll feel it in the morning. The difference won't be dramatic, but it will be undeniable. Where tension once lived, there will be ease. Where silence felt heavy, it will now carry depth. Where decisions loomed, discernment will rise. This night wasn't for emotional impact, it was for spiritual redefinition. A prophetic peace now marks your threshold. Every step taken through your door carries the imprint of what has been established. Not by force, by grace. You asked for confirmation, and I answered with completion. What was swirling in confusion has now landed. The answers may still unfold over time, but the alignment is already sealed. Stay sensitive. Stay surrendered. Keep the posture of your heart soft. Because though this moment concludes, my movement continues. What I planted in this sacred hour will not be shaken, not by time, not by trials, not by anything this world attempts to bring. You'll look back on tonight and realize that was the night everything changed, even if no one else saw it. The shift was real. The stillness was holy. The silence carried my voice. And as you rest, know that heaven doesn't sleep. My angels remain on assignment. My presence remains anchored. My love remains unshaken. Amen. My beloved child, now that peace has filled your home and heaven has sealed what began tonight, the Lord calls you to rise from rest and build. This message reached you because someone before you gave faithfully. Now you stand at the same sacred threshold. When you support this mission, through super thanks, YouTube membership, or the PayPal link below, you're sowing into eternal soil. You're lighting candles of hope in homes you'll never step into, but heaven will. God says, give, and it will be given to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over, and this is that moment. You've said, use me, Lord, and He answers, then release what's in your hand so I can release what's in mine. Don't delay. Step into the flow. Send your offering, and watch what God sends back. My beloved child, if what I whispered into your soul tonight stirred you, then act upon it. Hype this message now. Let your response be visible not just in your heart, but on this platform. When you hype this video, you are not promoting a voice. You are lifting up the movement of my spirit into homes that are waiting for their midnight miracle. You are fanning the flame of revival, sending it into living rooms, bedrooms, and broken places where my presence is about to dwell. Like this video as a sign of agreement, but hype it as a signal to heaven. Lord, do it in my house next. And now, my child, speak it boldly in the comments. My house will never be the same after tonight. Declare it, not as a wish, but as a prophetic stamp on what I've already begun. Every word written below this video becomes a banner in the Spirit, testifying to your faith, your surrender, your expectation. Don't scroll away in silence. Speak, engage, declare what your faith already sees. Let the comment section become an altar of fire where testimonies will rise and faith will spread. If your soul burned as you heard my voice, then do not wander. Stay under my covering. Subscribe now, because this is not just a YouTube channel. It is a divine meeting place where my words find you in your wilderness, where my promises echo through the screen into your spirit. Every video here carries oil. Every message is time from heaven. When you subscribe, you are saying, God, speak to me again. And I will. I always will. I have more to say to you, and this is just the beginning. Amen.